I've had reflux symptoms probably for close to 30 years. Of course, the initial thought was that it was just ulcers, and then back in the 80s, when there was a finding that could cure ulcers, I went through that regimen and was able to get over the ulcers, but I never got over the reflux. There were also times when I could just be sitting here like this, and it would feel like things were coming up. Mostly it's just a hard burn. It was really in my throat. It almost felt like my throat was closing up often. The worst part of it is when I would lay down and go to sleep, even if had a pillow or something to keep my head on. If in the middle of the night, if my head fell off the pillow, I would know fairly quickly, because I'd wake up with the contents of my stomach finding my lungs and my windpipe, and caused me to choke and have to jump out of bed and either stand up or bend over to get it out and cough it up. But with regard to just knowing that there was a mechanical issue there, in other words, that there's something that was not preventing food and other things from coming up out of my stomach, the medicine couldn't fix that. It has certainly prevented things, for example, like excess gas and that kind of thing, but certainly didn't help with regard to the reflux. First surgery to take care of the reflux, knowing that there was a hiatal hernia, was called a Nissen fundoplication, and it was very successful in that it takes part of your stomach and wraps around my esophagus, and it worked really well. I mean, literally immediately. I mean, I could go home and I could lay down. I didn't have to worry about laying on the couch. Didn't have to worry about laying in my bed. Whatever I ate, of course, I'm smart enough not to eat too much and eat too fast. That's always a key. But still, I could eat what I wanted and not have to worry about that terrible pain and that gagging. So 2 years after it, about 2 years after I'd had it done, I don't know why it stopped. I just know that I could almost immediately, it was almost in a very short period of time, I could feel that coming back. I could feel that I could not lay down flat again. Suddenly some of the pain was coming back and the reflux started back. So something just wasn't working right anymore. Probably about another year, it finally got to the point where it's just like it was before. And it was clear to me that the medicine obviously didn't help any more than it did the first time. And something had reversed, or something I had torn, so I had done something wrong or whatever. So the first thing I did, of course, was see a gastroenterologist, someone that my family knows very well and trusts him explicitly. And he had done I can't remember the camera down your throat, I can't remember what it's called, but he had done that and confirmed that the Nissen fundoplication really wasn't still there the way it was originally intended to be. And when the symptoms came back, I suspected that's what it was. But thankfully, going to a good GI that understood the implications of it and what the corrections could be, it raised my confidence level even more. The surgical experience that was as near as outpatient as you could be. It was very smooth. It was nice to be treated well in that it wasn't as though we've got to get you in and get you out. We wanted to make sure that everything was right. And not just the surgery, but the care that was taken after that, and certainly all the follow-up just to make sure everything is healing properly. Actually, was even better than the first go-around. I feel like that there was probably better work done this time because it's been explained to me about some of the new technology around the mesh and that sort of thing. And being an engineer, I kind of have to understand that. And I do understand it, and the feeling that I have now when I swallow and have it in my stomach, it's just as normal as can be. I never would have dreamed that it could be back to the normal that it was 30 some odd years ago. I would absolutely say that even if you've had it done before and it failed, or it came apart, or if something happened, you've been in an accident, I don't know what can cause it. I don't really, that's not my field of expertise, but I can say that having had it done once, and the second time being as successful as it is, I would see no reason not to recommend for somebody to try that again. I think it's a very viable option. It doesn't require massive opening. It's done through very minimally invasive technology.